Hey everybody, welcome back to Record-ology. I am coming to you from 3 miles up Waterton Canyon, and this is a canyon that is completely controlled by the Denver Water Company, and it's turned into a recreational hiking trail. So there's bighorn sheep. I can actually see some from where I am right now, and it's beautiful, beautiful, but it is so freaking hot. I'm guesstimating it's between 95 and 100 right now. Just brutally hot. And if you make it 6 miles up the canyon, there's a big waterfall you can see and stuff. So we're working towards that. We're about 3 miles in so far. But anyway, I thought I would say hey and introduce you to this week's show or today's show. But I have no idea what the show is going to be. So I can tell you this though, you're not going to want to miss it. So let's see what it is.
Boy, does it feel good to be in air conditioning again after that hike. It was 100 degrees. And yeah, when I filmed, we were at about 3 miles into a 6-mile one-way hike. So yeah, very thankful for air conditioning and ice water. Definitely important. Okay, so I got to thinking in my hours spent on the trail today, what would folks like to see? And I saw there was a lot of comments asking for a sound test on the results from the Crosley Spin Clean Vinyl Cleaner thing. So I had played a few of the records on one of my entry-level turntables, a couple Hawaiian records I had picked up. I was playing them on the Victrola, and they sounded a little scratchy, a little distorted, but I think it was from worn-out records. Those looked really worn out. So I wanted to take one of the better-conditioned records we started with, and which is this Henry Mancini. Let's see, where's the cover? I should be prepared. This is the Mancini 67 album. This is the mono edition, but classic Henry Mancini stuff here. And we're going to give it a listen here on the LP3 automatic turntable with the Presonus Eris 4.5 speakers. Going to be connected directly, none of that Bluetooth hocus pocus stuff. And we're going to give it a listen. Without further ado, here we go. And again, this record is not immaculate to begin with in terms of scratches. There was some scratches and pops and stuff in terms of, condition. I would say on an ABCD scale, I would say it's a B to B+. It's not perfect by any means, but it's definitely in pretty dang good condition. So here we go. Let's go ahead and give it a listen and see what we think here. Give it a second to spin up and drop our stylus. There's definitely some pops there still. And I did run the carbon fiber brush over this. I'm going to skip through it because, copyright, I have to be careful with that. But we'll drop the needle in a couple different places. I did run the carbon fiber over it. But the fidelity sounds good. It sounds like it's got good sonic performance. The only issue per se, I would say, it's still got a couple pops and crackles, but it's a record, right? Now, somebody's going to say, well, if you ultrasonic cleaned it, then you wouldn't have this problem. But we're talking about a $30 cleaner for the average Joe, not a $2,500 vacuum industrial grade cleaner. That I know they're out there, and I'm sure they do a better job. But for the average schmuck, what can we use? And this is what we use. So let's listen to a little bit more. Okay, it's a loud track. Very, very loud. Okay, let's try one more. So I think it sounds good. I mean, there's definitely some pops and crackles there, and I would not think that there's anything that the cleaning system we reviewed is doing anything to introduce any issue. It's a matter of how much of those layers did it remove. I did notice on the Inagata DeVita one, the one that was so nasty, that there was still a little bit of film, or still a little bit of residue after it dried. So I did hit it up with the spray cleaner. I just used this Crosley spray cleaner. Similar solution, just an isopropyl alcohol water-based mix. And also, I did film a segment on yesterday's show going through the ingredients. I actually did find the ingredients on that cleaner solution. And you guys are right. It's isopropyl distilled water But there is some other ingredient. I think it's a proprietary thing. I think it's a detergent. I think it's a tension reliever for the water. So it does suds up a bit when you're pouring it out. I noticed that. So it's more than just alcohol and water. It's got a little bit of a detergent action. So again, I would say it's a great value. The record sounds good on here. Absolutely. There's nothing that cleaner can do that would damage this. Some people raised alarm that we used an alcohol solution on a shellac record. That's a separate issue. But in terms of vinyl plastic, vinyl PVC like this, it did a great job. And, you know, maybe it's hard to say. There's so many factors. You know, why did the Inagata DeVito one still have film on it? Maybe it was the fact that the water was so nasty and it needed to be ran again, or just needed a once over with the spray and a lint-free cloth, which is what I did, and it seemed to work perfectly for that as well. Problem is, and the reason why I didn't demo that record is it was scratched to high heaven to begin with. So it's hard to find a good control record to do this on. But again, after looking at these, I mean, it's hard to tell in here. This room doesn't have the best lighting. This record visually looks, you know, pretty dang good. It's got the rainbow sheen to it. It's got sort of the polished look. The modulation on the grooves looks, you know, brand new. It's just those pops and crackles there. So hard to say exactly where it's coming from. But anyway, you asked for it. There it is, guys. A little sound test. And we'll do more as well. We're not getting rid of any of this stuff. So we'll run some more clean tests. Maybe we'll do some more, you know, sort of scientific before and after tests. Play a record that's filthy, clean it, dry it, and play it back on the same audio on the same show. Things like that. But for now, I thought you guys would like it. Just a little peek behind the curtain onto, you know, how that's working. So far, I'm impressed. Very, very impressed. Okay, guys, and if you want it, by the way, it's out of, you know, production, but there's a lot. I put a link in yesterday's show for a few of them, including a Studebaker one that new was like $35. It'll work just as good. So check that out if you're interested. Yesterday's show has the links. That's going to do it for today, guys. Happy record hunting. We'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. That was a wonderful show, wasn't it? I have no idea what it is. I still don't know because I'm filming this hours before I get to do that. So we are still up here blazing away in the heat, and I hope you guys are having a fun day wherever you're at. But thank you for watching, guys. Happy record hunting, and we will see you next time.